I literally didn't know it was possible for someone to wake up feeling good and happy. Now there's a lot to unpack there, but there are really a few key things that can make such a difference. And anyone can tell you, you know, go drink more water, for example. But I really want to tell you these simple habits that literally changed my life and helped me lose weight and change my mindset and everything. I'll explain why they're good for you and how you can implement them in your life, because they're practical, and I promise they are more simple than you think, and most of them are free. Not in order of importance, but let's start with the morning. The first key habit is getting sunlight in the morning. You may have heard this before. Don't click off, I promise it is so important. You may not even realize it. For me personally, the first thing I have to do every single morning is let my dog out, so I have to go outside no matter what. I let him out, I feed him, and then I usually whip out my ice roller right away, and I try to go somewhere outside and ice roll my face and just take in the sunlight. It's not gonna be sunny every single day, right? I'm not dumb, but even just fresh air and the sun behind the clouds will make a huge difference. And it's currently summer, right? At least where I am. This is the easiest time to implement this habit, because once it gets colder, you're not gonna go sit outside and absorb the vitamin D. It's so gloomy out, but like that doesn't mean that the sun hasn't risen for the day, you know? So it's just good to be outside. There's still natural light behind the clouds, like the birds are chirping, you know, it's like awake time. Wakes you up, feeds your mood, feeds your soul. It really does make me feel so much more awake. But also, I feel like morning sun and just fresh air really sparks the gratitude in me and gets me thinking and just like puts me in a good headspace. And I feel like the best way to start the day is being thankful for things. Because if you're thankful for where you are, I don't know, I feel like you're open to like new opportunities, new energies, like working hard and just knowing that like anything's possible. But like, why is this important? Why should you do it? Aside from getting vitamin D, which everyone needs, remember vitamin D, calcium, good for your bones. It also helps wake you up, not just, you know, you go outside and you like feel more awake, but it literally resets your body's inner sleep clock. It tells your body to start producing a little bit more cortisol and get yourself like awake and ready for the day. It literally happens inside of you. It's not just a mental thing, like your body physically reacts to this. Sunlight also produces serotonin, which plays such a role in your mood, helps regulate your circadian rhythm, like literally just does so much for your body that you probably don't even realize. And I know not everyone has the luxury of like slowly waking up and walking out on the balcony and having a nice view. Like, no, I know that's not realistic, but the thing is, all you need to do is wake up 5 minutes earlier than you do if you're rushed in the morning and open your blinds. Start with a sunrise alarm clock if you need. You know, the ones that like slowly brighten the room and make it like a warm light, kind of mimics the sunshine, okay? Start with that. Open your blinds. If you can go outside and literally sit there for 5 minutes. Like, this is asking for 5 minutes out of your day. It's not a lot. It's easy to do. Even sitting by the window, you know, opening all your blinds, turning the lights on, like just making it bright. Your body's gonna react to that, and that's gonna wake you up and change the trajectory of your whole day. I believe in this so hard, and basically anyone can add this into their schedule. You know, if you work normal days, you know, it might be harder for someone who works third shift, things like that, but you can probably find a way to implement it into your schedule, and it's such a game changer. I promise you. Look it up if you don't believe me, because everything that I like read to you, I didn't just come up with that, right? These are from like health websites. Daily walks is a huge thing that if I don't do it, I definitely notice. It makes a huge difference in my day. If you're not new here, you know how much I love my walks, and it is pretty easy for me to want to get it done, not only because I have a lot of flexibility in my day, but also I have a dog, right? And just as much as I need the walk, he needs it too. And by him getting his exercise, it benefits both of us, because then I get more work done too. I'm putting on sunscreen because it's summer and it may be cloudy out, but you need to wear your sunscreen. And honestly, what makes walks fun and makes me want to do them more is letting them be dramatic, right? Putting on a cute matching set, doing all the things to romanticize it, putting on a motivating podcast, playlist, whatever. It makes the walks just hit. They just hit. Little active set. Walking is proven to literally boost your mood. It's been researched so much. And literally, even just 10 minutes of walking can lift your spirits. It's also a super easy and free way to burn calories and maintain a healthy weight. I can vouch for this, right? Like, walking is like the main thing I started incorporating in my lifestyle when I started losing weight. It's so good for your heart health. Like, it can lower your risk of different cardiovascular diseases, things like that. It reduces your risk for other chronic diseases. Literally, this was a study done in 2022, so like not long ago. Reduces your risk for things like obesity, sleep apnea, GERD, depression, diabetes, hypertension, and more. Also reduces stress. Okay, I find that walking and good sleep specifically are such good stress relievers. When I go on walks, I like to just think, reflect. Like, of course, I have to be, you know, aware of my surroundings. I have good things going on in my ears, like playlist, whatever, but I just find that it not only allows me to think and just like let things flow out of my brain, but I also get my best ideas when I am walking or moving. Like, screw shower thoughts. No, it's my walk thoughts that really are golden. Oh, next one, improve sleep. Yes, if you are struggling with sleep, which we will touch on sleep later, moving your body is gonna help you sleep better at night. It just will. Physical activity naturally boosts the melatonin that your body creates. You know how people take melatonin if they can't fall asleep at night? Well, your body actually creates that. And by moving, exercising, literally just walking, like, you don't have to do a HIIT workout for this effect, right? Literally just going on walks will help your body create the melatonin to fall asleep at night. Isn't that wild? Like, the more you know, it's like, wow, like, there's a reason that you're supposed to do these things. Like, it feels like magic. We're just not told this enough or taught this enough. Next says boost your brain power, which I literally just talked about with my own findings. From this study, apparently people who were daily walkers versus not had a lot better time making decisions. That's something to think about. It can alleviate joint pain because it increases blood flow in your body. It stimulates your digestive system. Have you ever heard, like, after eating a big meal or just any meal in general, like, it's good to go for a brisk walk? That's because it literally gets things going. You know how, like, after you eat a big meal, sometimes you want to lay on the couch? Like, that's not good, and you probably know it. You're probably like, ugh, like, I want a nap, but I just ate this full meal. Like, that's probably not a good combination. No, you should go for a walk, even a small walk. It just gets things moving. It probably will help you feel less bloated. Like, it just makes all the difference, and it's the littlest task. A 10-minute walk, like, you can do it. How easy is that? Also helps your immune system. Walking literally boosts the number of immune cells in your body that attack, like, bad things. And what did I say before? This says it enhances your creativity. I get my best ideas when I'm walking, I swear. It's like magic. I put that together before ever reading about it too, which is wild to me. This says it makes other goals seem more attainable. I get inspired, I feel creative, I feel just like in a good place, which makes me want to work harder and makes me want to go for those goals. So I see exactly why it's saying this. I don't know how you can really prove this through research, but I mean, I agree with it. And lastly, walking regularly can literally make you live longer. Literally. And why? Well, think about all the other things I mentioned. Like, it reduces risk of disease, it helps you sleep, all these different things, which a lot of those things can literally shorten your life. The power of walking is magical, and I could probably talk about this for 3 hours on end, but this is just part of the video, so like, I'm not gonna. Let's go for a walk. You wanna go for a walk? Let's go, come on. I'm usually a really big fan of like over the head noise canceling headphones to really put you in the zone. But recently I had a very scary occurrence. I'm not gonna go into it, but I literally thought I was gonna get taken, kidnapped. And yeah, so always be aware of your surroundings. So I bought the lowest level AirPods, like literally because of that, so I could take one out easily, and they look like you don't know I have headphones on, right? Like if there's a scary person nearby, like they don't automatically assume I can't hear them, like my over the head headphones. So just a PSA to anyone, especially women. I did order pepper spray and an alarm and all of that. Unfortunately, it's not here yet, but I will be carrying it with my bag at all times because we need to stay safe and the world is a scary place, and I hate that I'm saying this, but take as many precautions as possible. I really love that walking has both instant and long-term benefits, though, is the thing. It works now, but it extra works down the line. And also, like, I know not everyone has the luxury of just like going for a walk whenever they please, basically like I do. However, this is 10-15 minutes, right? You can do that on your lunch break. You can do that after work, after dinner, you know, especially in summer when it's warmer and there's more daylight. Now is the time to make it a habit, because if you're able to stick to it now, you know, maybe down the road when it's a little bit more difficult, you'll still kind of stick to it because you're used to it and because it's something you do. Even before you leave for work, if you're able to get up and go for a quick walk, like it'll make the world of a difference. And you might think like, oh, it's such a little like silly little stupid thing, like it's not gonna do. Yes, it does a lot. It does. You just have to do it. You just gotta start. The safety and protection items I was talking about actually came in the mail today. It was just later after my walk. I already opened them, as you can see. I hung the alarm on the outside of my little belt bag I always walk with, and then I put the pepper spray on the inside, just in case. This seems like a super great brand, so I'll link these. The next one, please don't get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. You've heard it time and time again. Everyone tells it to you. You gotta drink your water. Man, you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. I start off every morning after I let my dog out, I feed him, I get some sunshine, whatever. I fill up a glass and I drink it right away. That's the first thing that I put in my body. 1 full glass of water, an entire one. I chug the whole thing. Then I move on to my greens, my coffee, and all the little like things that I love. But no, we're talking about water here because that's what is most important and why. I am gonna tell you things that maybe you've never heard before. Benefits of drinking water. Don't roll your eyes at me, you need to hear these. Okay, number 1, maybe you haven't heard, lubricates your joints. Maybe you're thinking, Morgan, I'm literally 15. What do you mean I don't care? My joints don't hurt. I don't care. As you age, this is gonna help you. Just like walking, water has instant and long-term effects. Stay hydrated, okay? There's a reason everyone tells you to do it. It's good for keeping your body clean. It helps deliver oxygen to your body. It helps with your skin, your hair, your nails, your beauty, everything, okay? If you want the number 1 like anti-aging secret, it's probably drinking water, okay? Just drink your water. I am a very hydrated girly and I do pride myself in that, and that is gonna be my key to looking youthful. No, aging is a beautiful thing, but seriously, it just helps with your appearance. Don't you want to look glowing? Why wouldn't you? If you can, do it. It's that easy. All the serums in the world, you know, they're great, but like what's even better than that? Drinking water. Did you know that dehydration can literally affect your brain? Yeah, it cushions your brain, your spinal cord. It does so many internal things that you probably have no idea about. It regulates your body temperature. Okay, I'm someone who's always cold and I've been that way my whole life. However, to help with your body temperature, drink water. Literally, if you have any problem that's not like a serious medical issue, the answer is probably drink water. It helps your digestive system. If you're feeling bloated, if you complain that, you know, your tummy's not happy, okay, start walking and start drinking water. See if there's a difference. It might just be that easy. It flushes your body waste. Did you know if you're more hydrated, you are probably going to have better bathroom visits in all sorts of ways? When people get diarrhea, it's a lot of times just due to dehydration. It literally helps your body absorb minerals and nutrients. Okay, you can eat as healthy as you want, but if your water intake is lacking, well, just know that you can optimize those nutritional benefits by drinking water. Prevents kidney damage, boosts performance during exercise. This should be a no-brainer if you work out. It is good for weight loss. A lot of times when you bored eat, or if you like think you're hungry but you're not really sure, whatever, you might just be thirsty, okay? By trying to cut your calories a little, not restricting, right? But if you're eating too much, try to focus on drinking more water and you might start eating less. Of course, I don't mean like eating 1,000 calories a day. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you're kind of overeating or, you know, you want to be more in a caloric deficit and you're having a hard time doing it, up your water intake. The last one, it reduces chance of a hangover. Yep. There's honestly probably so many more benefits too, and this is something I could probably talk about for an hour too. But internally, externally, how you feel, how you look, like literally water does so much for you. And this is what you're gonna do, okay? People try to drink a gallon of water a day. That's hard. I don't do that. That's just not realistic for me. The golden rule that I've always read is take your body weight. I am talking about pounds here because that's what I use. You halve it and that's how many ounces you drink. So if you weigh 100 pounds, well, you should drink 50 ounces of water a day. My favorite little gadget that you've seen helps me because this guy right here is a half a gallon, which means it's 64 ounces. And my goal every day is to just finish one of these. I fill it up in the morning and it's gone by the time I go to bed, and I refill it so if I get thirsty in the middle of the night or right away in the morning, whatever, I have a drink, okay? One of these 64 ounces plus every morning I start with an actual cup, like a glass of water, because I then, like I said, use it for greens, powders, you know, whatever. So, you know, say that's 8 ounces, well, 72 ounces a day for me. That is plenty. And I know a lot of people struggle with this, but you know, try liquid IV. Try different flavoring things. You know, there's like a million different like crazy sugary drinks and like different ways to flavor your water. If you're not a good water drinker, look into those, try them, you know, be open-minded, because well, your water intake can literally be a game changer. Not only for overall how you feel, but literally losing weight. Like, it is proven. Like, if you don't believe me, just Google it. So drink your water. I will forever tell you to do that. I always say I'm never gonna tell you how to eat, but you know what I am gonna tell you? You need to drink water. You gotta drink water. This is good for everyone. Go fill up your water bottle right now. Go do it. It is 5:47 and I just finished this. Okay, now I just finished it. I got the last sip out. So I literally finished it right before I'm about to eat dinner, so obviously I'm gonna refill it for the rest of the day. But I already got over 64 ounces in. I mean, obviously working out helps you drink water because you get thirsty and hot and sweaty. But yeah, I finished. It's not even 6 p.m. This next habit, I honestly didn't even realize was something that changed like literally my life until I was like reflecting about it and planning for a recent video, which is kind of crazy. So I'm getting ready to work out. I still have my workout clothes on, obviously, since I went for a walk earlier. I've just been wearing them all day, so I don't really have to change or anything. But the next life-changing healthy habit is being consistent with your workouts. But what I mean by that, it's not working out every day. It means sticking to your word, sticking to what you decide is a good workout plan for you and what's consistent for you. So say you work out 3 days a week, that's fine. But actually sticking to it, being consistent and working out 3 days a week. It is so easy to just tell yourself you're gonna do something and then you get tired and you blow it off and you don't really do it because you're not letting anyone else down. Like the blame, like nobody else knows that you're not following through. So it's easy to let it slide. But if you can be consistent and you can actually do it and prove to yourself that you can stick to your word and actually stay consistent and follow through, you build so much trust in yourself, you become reliable, you become credible. I talked a lot about this in a video I made about discipline the other day, and as I was talking about it, literally a huge light bulb went off in my head, and like, this is gold right here. This is so important because as much as this is physical, it is so mental. And obviously this is a healthy habit because it's about exercise. But it's a healthy mindset practice as well. You know, it aligns heavily with self-discipline, and there's so many benefits of self-discipline, which include being in control of yourself, higher rate of success and achievement, overcoming procrastination. And don't worry, I still procrastinate. I am not perfect. I'm not saying that I got rid of that, but I would say that I am rather disciplined. You feel more motivated and you feel higher satisfaction. All of those things are so good. And all I'm asking you to do is if you say you're gonna do something, you stick to it. Specifically working out, because working out is easy to blow off. Today is a lifting day for me, but I do like to do 12-3-30 every day, kind of as a warm-up. Honestly, I just really like to walk. I really do. I put my iPad on, I get to watch videos, shows, whatever. It's really just me time. So I'm gonna do treadmill before I lift later. And guess what? I tell myself that I'm gonna work out 5 to 6 days a week. So guess what I'm doing? That exactly. I know that if I have events going on or my weekends are a bit crazy, especially this summer, I give myself that room. You know, just because I miss one workout because it's like the 4th of July, that I don't count as like inconsistent and not sticking to your word. You know, you can have wiggle room, but if you say you're gonna do something, you do it. So on a regular week when I have nothing going on, guess what I'm doing? My ass is working out 5 to 6 days a week. It just is. The 12-30 just makes me feel so good. I like always get such good sweat in. Do not underestimate the power of walking. It's a hefty incline. I just love it. This next one, I don't want you to be intimidated by. It is making sure you are eating enough protein. Now right away, I want to tell you, please don't think that protein talk is just for the gym bros, okay? It's not. That is like one of my biggest goals, is to help you understand that that barrier doesn't need to be there, right? Like you can understand these things without being a gym rat. And I always was like worried about that, intimidated by it, whatnot. I actually did a video recently. I will link it in the description box and up in the cards, all about protein, breaking it down super simple. It is so important, okay? Protein literally grows and repairs your cells to work properly. It also helps you lose fat and build muscle. It literally does that. Not only does it help like your muscles grow and get stronger, and it's an energy source, but it literally can help you lean out just by eating more protein. There has been so many studies done. I'm gonna link a TikTok I watched recently that kind of blew my mind, but eating adequate protein can literally help you like live longer. A reminder too is that people with more muscle burn more calories at rest. You're always burning calories no matter what you do. If you're moving, if you're literally just sitting there and breathing, like right now I'm sitting on my floor, I'm burning calories just by talking. Someone who has more muscle on their body compared to someone who has less is going to burn more calories literally just at rest. So their metabolism's faster. They are just healthier in general. Protein is hard. Getting an adequate amount is challenging. The golden rule that I always hear and follow is eating 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh. For example, if you weigh 100 pounds, you eat 100 grams of protein in a day. I'm showing you every source of protein I eat through this day so you can get an idea of what it takes to hit that. After my water and greens, whatever, I always start my day with protein coffee. First, I take homemade oat milk and I'll heat this up. And then I'll take a scoop of this protein. Obviously you could add whatever protein you want, but in my opinion this is key, not only because it's caramel latte flavored, so it makes so much sense in coffee, but also I have tried different proteins that just don't mix very well, and this one, once I froth it in, always blends so nicely. It doesn't separate, it doesn't leave any chalkiness, like it's literally perfect. I will link it, of course. And then I brew a double shot of espresso. right over top. You can use regular coffee, but I literally think my Nespresso is like one of my best purchases ever. The caramel latte essentially replaces coffee creamer. And it's literally 23 grams of protein per 1 scoop. So I'm literally starting my day with 23 grams of protein just by drinking a cup of coffee. Isn't that magical? It fills my body with something before breakfast because I don't want to eat breakfast right away. And I'm already that much further ahead and I'm on track to meet my protein for the day. I've been on such a smoothie kick lately, but before I make a smoothie, I'm gonna go for a walk this morning and I need a little food in me. This is a breakfast sausage, little like meat stick. It actually tastes like exactly how I'd want in the morning, right? Like that breakfast sausage has that specific flavor. 20 grams right here. It's so good. I'll link these. It's mostly fruit and veggies right now, right? Banana, strawberry, blueberry, and spinach. However, to add a little protein into my smoothies, I like to add Greek yogurt. It also makes it creamy and honestly a little bit more fun to drink that way. And literally 1 serving of this is 17 grams of protein. And then if you don't already know, I make homemade oat milk for my coffee. And when you take out the liquid, you're obviously left with like the oat pulp, it's called. And so I like to add this into my smoothies because not only does it make it filling, but there's also 5 grams of protein and half of a cup. I don't always use a half because I don't want it to get too like gritty or anything, but if you just add a little bit, it doesn't really. And lastly, peanut butter. This is literally 100% peanuts. 2 tablespoons gives me 8 grams of protein. So without even using protein powder in my smoothie, I have almost 30 full grams of protein in this, which is wild. I don't like to use protein powder in everything just because, I don't know, in my head I want some real sources as well. Adding this stuff in your smoothies makes such a difference. For dinner, I'm making pizza, but the crust is Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. I've totally showed this before. Just the entire crust alone has 36 grams of protein, but I'm not eating this entire pizza to myself. So it's equal parts of each of these. I used 1 cup each. You mix it into a dough and then roll it out. I try to get it pretty thin. Pizza sauce is typically very low calorie. And then mozzarella cheese is a great source of protein. Obviously you could put other pizza toppings on here, but this wasn't a very planned out dinner, so I don't have any offhand. And I like to add some oregano, especially to the crust so that it's a little bit more seasoned. It actually turned out so good. You have to make sure you roll it out thin, otherwise the crust is a little gooey. So the entire pizza is 96 grams of protein. If you have half of it, which I'm probably not gonna be able to eat an entire half, it would be 48 grams, which is super awesome. Like almost 50 grams. And I didn't even add toppings. If you added toppings, like maybe pepperoni or something, it'd be even higher. If you're intimidated by this, okay, how you can start is just aiming to have 1 protein source with every meal. This can come in a lot of different forms, but that is a great way to start, okay? Do not let it intimidate you because starting and just aiming for that goal may make the huge difference compared to where you are now. And honestly, it's kind of fun to have a goal at the end of the day. Protein keeps you fuller for longer, so your cravings for sugary things and other, you know, snacks and whatnot will probably decrease. It also helps your performance in your workouts. You know, if I'm being good about this versus, you know, eating a bunch of junk or whatever, I can actually tell with how I feel. Workouts are easier. You're able to do more. It's less of a strain and you feel like it's less of a drag if it's actually going well. And then, you know, who knows? Maybe you're opted to work out more. Maybe you're excited to work out. Maybe it's a whole mental shift just because your protein intake is going up. It's kind of a domino, right? Like each one of these habits can kind of play into the next, but all together, even if they're just little things, they make the biggest difference at the end of the day. What I want you to do if you have go-to meals, okay, write them out and look at if there's protein in them, and if there's not, what can you add to change it up? Remember, increasing your protein can literally help you lose weight. If that's something you want to do, your nutrition matters. It just does. I am all ready for bed because the last healthy habit that is so not even just important but crucial to literally life in general is adequate sleep. Getting sleep and getting good sleep. It is literally so important for your health in so many ways. It boosts your overall immune system, so your body is overall stronger, healthier, you'll get sick less often, etc. It can help prevent weight gain. It can even help weight loss or just maintaining a healthy weight. Not getting enough sleep really messes with your hunger hormones. Specifically, lack of sleep can increase your ghrelin levels, which means you will feel hungrier throughout the day, even if you don't need to be. It's literally due to your sleep, not due to how much you're eating, moving, whatever. And it can also lower your leptin levels, which is that feeling of fullness. So it literally throws off your hormones and can make you overeat, even when you're not hungry or you don't need to, because like your body's literally tricking itself. Like it does doesn't know what's going on because you're depriving it of sleep. Good sleep can strengthen your heart, literally puts you in a better mood. I mean, when you get a full night's rest, don't you wake up feeling so much better and happier compared to when you don't get enough sleep and you have to get up for the day and you're like crabby? It will increase your productivity, which again kind of goes with the other thing. And just lack of sleep can make you make more mistakes. You know, it can literally be dangerous. It will increase your exercise performance, which that one kind of obvious too. But it's also because rest and recovery is really so important for your body. When you're working out, you're putting stress on your body, and your body really does need to recover from that with proper fueling and with sleep. Not enough sleep, well, if you overwork your body, you're not gonna be able to perform as well. And sleep literally improves memory. How great is that? Consistent lack of sleep can literally shorten your life. And it'll just make you crabbier, right? Lack of sleep has immediate and long-term cons. And this is hard because everyone's lifestyles and everyone's schedules are different, so I can't really tell you like how to incorporate this habit into your life as much as like you need to be the one to put the phone down and to go to bed. If it helps, you know, get one of those sunrise alarm clocks and slowly dim the light. Put your phone away like a certain amount of minutes before you want to actually go to bed. Like there are a couple little tips and tricks you can do, but this is the hardest one for me to give you strategies because it's literally up to you to put everything away and just be ready and go to bed and actually go to bed early enough to get a good amount of sleep. I know it's hard. I know we're busy and you know you have to live, right? You're not gonna sleep perfectly every night, but it's literally so important. And this is one of my biggest weight loss tips and like secrets or just things that people don't think about is that sleep literally helps you lose weight if that's what you want to do, but it just helps your overall body in so many different ways. So I am about to put my happy butt into bed. It's been a long day. It's only 9:43. This is like record timing for me. I'll fall asleep by 10:30. Get up at 6:30, perfect. Make your environment cozy, however you can, make it cozy. You know, maybe make your bed only for sleep. That's another strategy I've heard people talk about. Don't work in your bed, don't eat in your bed, don't do whatever, like just make your bed a place for sleep. Having cozy bedding you really like honestly helps too. I have a whole set from Brooklinen and I am obsessed with it. Invest in your bed, you know, it's a really important place. And get a good cuddle partner. Really so much of my life has changed in the past few years, but when it comes down to it at the end of the day, the things that made it happen are my habits and how I changed my lifestyle and my mindset and just literally the little things that I do every day. They are so important and they just add up. Your habits make you you. And if you're watching this in the summer when I upload it and when it's warm out, hopefully it's warm out by you, start these now because so many of them are easier to do when it's warm out and there's more daylight and you know, it's just better to ease into them right now. And do one at a time, you know, if you can't do all of these right away, but you really want to implement all of them, literally just one at a time. First, drink your water. Second, work on your sleep, etc. It's so much easier to stick to something when you start slow. Starting with one is better than starting with none. I know a lot of these were kind of basic, but you gotta understand that they're so important for you, and I really hope I made it clear as to why. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. I'm always rooting for you. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one.